I was prepared to be a hater. Like a full-on hater. I was prepared to wear I hate Into the Woods t-shirts. Like, that's how much of a hater I was. Because in my mind, Into the Woods can't be that good. Everybody's overhyping it. Everyone's saying, oh my gosh, it's amazing. Let me go see it for myself and see if it was worth the hype. I even asked theater Twitter, I was like, hey, is Into the Woods worth watching? And someone said, if you have to ask that question, you already know the answer. You have to go see it and check it out for yourself. So I did. I absolutely did. And you know what? I was wrong. I was completely wrong. Completely wrong about Into the Woods. Hey, what's up? My name is Amanda, and I'm really into theater, and if you are too, subscribe.
Yeah.
Into the Woods is essentially a retelling of fairy tale stories, and they all come together to tell one overarching story with a man who's a baker and his wife at the center of it all. The baker and the wife find out that their family was cursed by the witch that lives next door, and essentially the baker and and his wife are trying to reverse the curse. And as they're doing that, you meet a whole bunch of different fairy tale characters like princes, Rapunzel, obviously the witch, Red Riding Hood. They all come together to tell this really beautiful story about what it means to be a family and what it means to follow your own dreams and not, stick to the path that people assume you should be sticking to. And yeah, it's really beautiful. It's great. The musical literally feels like a fairy tale brought to life. And that's thanks to the staging, right? Like, you go in, the curtain rises and you see the orchestra out on the stage, and like the set pieces are there, and like, I don't know, it's just, they did a great job designing the production of the show overall. Shout out to y'all. So along with the incredible staging, we also have this well put together cast, which just elevates the production even more. We have Patina Miller as the witch, which I was obsessed with her relationship with her character's relationship with Rapunzel, who was played by Alicia Velez. Their dynamic, as a Black woman, very important for me. Then we have Red Riding Hood, played by Julia Lester. Julia Lester is infectious. She is super charismatic, and I just loved every single minute of her on stage. Loved it. Honestly, I don't know if I can see anybody else play this role. I would love to see it though, but like, she owns Red Riding Hood. The princes, played by Gavin Creel and Joshua Henry. Guys, it should be illegal to be this funny, to be this hilarious. Agony was one of my favorite songs in the movie, and then to see it on stage played by these actors just elevated the song even more for me. I love them, absolutely love them. I'm literally obsessed. And then last but not least, we have the baker's wife, played by Sarah Bareilles. Let me tell you, I never actually saw her in Waitress, and after seeing her in Into the Woods, I'm kind of mad I didn't see her in Waitress. Like, if I can go back in time, I would have loved to see her in Waitress and then compare it to Into the Woods. But wow, her voice is beautiful. And I know once I listen to the cast album, the cast recording, I'm gonna be obsessed. I'm gonna be obsessed listening to her on that album. I really am. Oh my goodness. Now, my only frame of reference for the musical was the movie, and if y'all think that the movie is good enough, It's good enough. It's okay. It's okay. But compared to the musical, it's literally the Sparks Notes version of the musical. The musical is so much better. So much better. You know what I feel like right now? I literally feel like one of those people who are like, yeah, the movie was better, but did you read the book? That's literally what this experience was like for me. Mind you, I came in wanting to be a hater. Ain't that some stuff? Ain't that crazy? That's crazy. Absolutely crazy. The relationship between Rapunzel and the witch really got to me. And you know, it's funny, I don't remember feeling this way when I watched the movie, but seeing it on stage really got to me because the characters looked like me, right? So what I saw through those characters was a young Black woman trying to be her own person, but her mom is just like, no, you can't, because the outside world is horrible. You have to do everything I say. You have to be what I tell you to be. And whoever you want to be, you can be within the confines of your tower. And that to me got to me because it's like, what is it like to be part of a family unit but also wanting to be your own person? You choose to be your own person, but bad things happen and your family will definitely use that against you. You know, it's a crazy dynamic that, not to say I have that with my family, but I related to that. I'm always going to feel bad for Rapunzel. I feel for Rapunzel. Always. There is one thing about Into the Woods I did not like, and it's what I'm calling the Act 2 syndrome. The Act 2 syndrome is a part of Act 2. It always happens in Act 2, where the show kind of slows down because we're just trying to give the audience a whole bunch of information so that we can move on past this part and get through the rest of the act, right? So it's kind of similar to middle of the movie syndrome, where like we have action, and then boom, we slow down just to pick it back up so we can finish the rest of the movie. Same thing for Act 2. Act 1 is usually the part of the show where like things are happening, exciting things are happening. And then Act 2, everything slows down just to pick up again at the end of the act. But there are parts in Act 2 where like the slowdown slows down so much that it's like, it feels like you're walking through mud. And for me, that part of the show happened when the characters broke the fourth wall and pulled the narrator into the story. So Into the Woods has a narrator who, for the most part, he kind of jumps in. The narrator plays the narrator, the actor playing the narrator plays the narrator, and the baker's father, like in a ghost figure type of way, which I don't think was present in the movie, now that I think about it. But in Act 2, the narrator gets pulled into the story, and just the fact that the characters break the fourth wall and the narrator's in the story, it slowed down the pacing for Act 2 for me, so much so that I was just like, all right, we need to wrap this up. wrap it up, because I'm over it. I am absolutely over it. And I'm not gonna lie, that section of the show marked, it not marked, but it kind of put a gap for me that I had to mentally get over, a hump, I should say, that I mentally had to get over so I can enjoy the rest of the show. But I mean, other than that section of the show, I really enjoyed Into the Woods. It's just the Act 2 syndrome, man. It be getting me. And it slows everything down sometimes. Why is Act 2 so slow sometimes? I hate that. Absolutely hate that. Truthfully, I'm gonna be super honest with you, like I have been for the entire video. I see no reason why Into the Woods should close. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. Into the Woods was supposed to close in October. Now it's supposed to close in January. Just leave it open forever. It's a great show. Why can't we make Into the Woods the next Phantom of the Opera? What's another 20 years? It's not a big deal. Just keep switching the cast. It's not that serious. Just keep it open. Cause I think it's worth staying open forever. Don't you? Don't you? It's such a great show. It's so good, and I can literally see it staying open forever. I literally can. And while we're on the topic of unsolicited advice for the production, can y'all sell Milky White plushies? Could y'all make that a thing? Because when the show was over, that's when I wanted to buy. I didn't want to buy a Moo shirt. They sell shirts, black shirts with the word Moo on it. I don't want that. I want a Milky White plushie. And they're losing a lot of revenue. By not selling plushie whites. Plushie whites? Plushie whites! That just came out of nowhere! Oh my gosh! Am I not a genius? Sell plushie whites. I am a genius. In the comments below, let me know what you think of Into the Woods. Did you get a chance to see it? Do you want to see it? Do you plan on seeing it before the show closes? Or do you feel like, yeah, I'm alright with the movie? You're not, but if you feel that way, put it down in the comments below. Also, if you could pick any fairy tale world to live in, what world would it be and what character would you be? Let me know. And as always, thanks for watching.